Welcome back to the MotorCity Casino for a special meeting of the Detroit Economic Club featuring the 2011 Detroit Tigers. Stay tuned for remarks from manager Jim Leyland and Tigers president, CEO, and general manager Dave Dombrowski.
For a left-handed pitcher, it's just what we need, right? Well, as always, coming here before there's a big crowd, and as Beth had mentioned, we have some of our alum. We had talked about, originally, we were able to place a Tiger individual at every table. But as the luncheon has grown, we don't have enough players now, or front office people. So now we're going to be in a position where we can reach out and bring some of the alum on board. So it just tells you how this event has grown. And one of the reasons behind it, and they don't have a chance, I'm not going to introduce all of them, but there are a lot of people that are involved that will not be brought up here as players, but people in our front office that do such a tremendous job and are the reason why we are doing so well. And I would like to acknowledge them and to have them stand up. So anybody from the Detroit Tigers organization, if you could please stand up and be acknowledged, please. And we have a great relationship, and one of the things that we're so fortunate, we have a great relationship with the people from Village Holdings and all they do for us too. We really work as a family together, and there are a lot of those members here too, so if you would all please stand. Anybody that's associated with the Village companies, I appreciate it, because we do a lot together also involved. So as we sit here today, we're 12 and 11. I'm glad we're having the luncheon today despite losing yesterday rather than being 3 and 7 like we were about 2 weeks ago. It's always a lot more pleasant to come out when the club has started to gel. And one thing I will tell you, we have a good club. It is a good club, and you will enjoy coming and watching us play. There are a lot of good players on this team, a lot of players that day in and day out, you'll see something that you'll kind of just wake up that you can't believe what you've seen from a positive perspective. I mean, there are so many good players, a lot of guys that have made all-star teams on this club, and I think in general people around baseball feel that this club has a legitimate chance to win our division and in turn to try to win it. We have a nice blend of veterans and young players on board with the team. You're going to have a chance to hear all of them be introduced. And it's a nice blend to have. And normally clubs that win championships have that blend of young players coming up from the system. And we have a lot more players coming from behind now that are in the system. So our organization continues to get stronger and stronger. And they blend with the veteran guys that have been here for a lot of years. You can tell just the overall appeal of the franchise to the fans here. And this year, with the way the economy has been, with the support that you've given us, we will have approximately 15,000 full season ticket equivalents. And that is a tremendous number. It's one of the top about 10 in baseball. And we were talking up here, and sometimes people don't realize that since 2006, the worst year we've had attendance-wise has basically been 2.5 million people that come to Comerica Park. So the support that we receive from you has been fantastic. And we look to have that type of number again this year, plus. Because I think you'll find that this club will be in contention all year long. We have personalities. We have a fun club to watch. You never can tell what will happen in a ballpark, when somebody will hit a game-winning home run, when somebody will throw a shutout or a no-hitter, which we've had many times. There's even been a couple unusual plays this year that you never know when you'll see. And you're not laughing necessarily at the time, but I've been coming to games for 33 years, which is a long time. And in Oakland, really one of the best pitchers in baseball. And he's one of the only guys not here today because he started tonight. We always tell the starting pitcher they don't have to come because they're in their focus. Justin Verlander threw a pitch to home plate, you saw it, that was like a pickoff move to first base that hit the batter from the left-hand side. So I'd never seen that one. And bless him, because I know it was a tough situation last night with the sun, but I never saw a 4-bag home run like that last night. And you just never know when things are going to take place. So it's always exciting to come out and watch the Tigers play. We have, and all kidding aside, a great leadership on our club and in the dugout, and I know you're going to have a chance to hear from them. But I do want to acknowledge that just on the last road trip, in a very rare, how difficult it is to achieve, that our manager won his 1,500th game as a big league manager. We are very thankful and blessed for the support that we get from the group here. We are also very thankful for having ownership like Mike Illich and Chris Illich and their support and being with the Illich family. You could not have a better ownership group and people that are involved in your community. And if there's one thing we want to see happen, because if there's ever a person that's more deserving to win a world championship, it is Mike Illich, the owner of the Tigers. So please come down to Comerica Park. I know most of you have been there. It is a jewel of a ballpark. We have a new concessions area, merchandise area called the D Store. It is really fun to go in there and see what you can purchase. And stop on by there. And we hope that you come out and see us many, many times and see us win a championship this year. Thanks for having us, and thank you for your support.
Thank you, Dave. Before we move on, a couple other folks I want to introduce from Fox Sports Detroit. Where's Big M, Mario, and Pemba? Big M, where are you, buddy? There he is, Big M. And his son, Tim Ron Allen. Ron? Now it's my great pleasure to introduce you the manager of the Tigers. Remember his first season, you know what happened that year. It was pretty spectacular. First trip to the World Series in 22 years. As Dave mentioned, there's over 1,500 victories now. Skipper himself, Jim Leyland.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming out today. I'd like to let you know in advance that I hope that I'm not a member of the alumni luncheon next year. I am getting a little older. Obviously, one of my young players said something to me the other day. I won't tell you which one it was, but one of the young guys said something about, Skip, you know, you're pretty old. I said, yes, I am. He said, Skip, this maybe sounds a little terrible, but how do you want to go? And I looked at him and I said, I want to go exactly as my father. Quietly, peacefully, in his sleep, not screaming and yelling like his passengers. It's great to be back. I was looking forward to the luncheon. We were in New York and Baltimore. I wasn't sure I'd make the luncheon, but we did. We turned it around a little bit. Dave's talked a little bit about it, but I really want to talk a little bit about this team. It's a very competitive team. It's a very good team. It has a chance to be an excellent team. I think we have a lot of the components that make up a championship-type team. I think it's a matter of how well we play and how long we play good. That's what it's going to turn out to be. If you look at Major League Baseball right now, the league is very tough. The pitching is probably the best it's been in the 6 years that I've been here. There's good pitching all over Major League Baseball. The days of the slow pitch softball, they're over. It's really, I really believe there's